Hi Roomies, it's Roma, and today I thought we'd have a little story time and talk about fun things we have planned. It's summer, and I like summer. It's probably my favorite time of the year, even though it's 120 degrees some days in Las Vegas. I still really like summer. I like it hot. The heat doesn't bother me. I don't feel like we're out in it as much, and if we are, we find some place that has a pool and we go and sit at the pool and get a fruity drink and hang out and do that. So that doesn't bother me so much. The other thing I like about summer is I get to spend more time with my daughter because she's out of school like mostly everybody else is, and I really try and give her summer because I think she and I stay so busy during the school year with all of her activities, tutoring and swimming and gymnastics and piano and all of those things that I try to give her a break during the summer. And so we plan a trip or so, one or two. If we can squeeze in 3, we do. But I feel like her summer is so short that we do a good job to get into the 2 that we do. So earlier in the summer, like right after school got out, we went to San Diego with some family and hung out with them. And this upcoming trip, we're going to be going to Colorado, of course, and spending some time with my mom and some other family while we're there. And the thing that we typically do is, we're there around 4th of July, and it's usually time for the Cherry Creek Arts Festival. And so one of those things that we do is it's in Cherry Creek North, and they shut down the whole blocks of that area. And there are different artists that are there, and they are showing their art. And there's all different sorts of art. There's oil paintings and sculpture and rugs and jewelry and all sorts of different things that will get you excited to see and look and touch and buy, especially the buy part is really what they want you doing. And so what I thought we'd do is talk about things that you can look for at places like that or events like that where you also are evoking memories. Because I think sometimes we see the empty space in our house and we rush to fill it just for the sake of filling it. And sometimes I think it's easier, or not easier, but in some ways I think it's better if you wait to fill those spaces, or hang a picture on the wall, or find the little bowl that means something at something like this when you're on vacation, than just going to Home Goods and buying a little bowl or a painting or something like that. Because I think the joy of the hunt, of trying to find it and waiting because it's not exactly what you might want, because then I think once you find what you want, it's more exciting that way. I think that you've waited that time to sort of find those things and fill it. So what I thought we'd do is talk about some of the things that I have purchased at Cherry Creek Arts Festival, and other things I've purchased on other vacations or other times that I've visited other places, and things that I picked up, just to give you some inspiration and some ideas of things that you might want to think of buying for your home when you are on vacation as well. So let's take a peek and see the goodies. These are some of the things I pick up or have picked up in the past at Cherry Creek Arts Festival. So like I said, there's just so many different types of art and sculptures and different pieces of things that you can buy, and different mediums that they show the art in. So there's pottery, and there is metalwork, and there is stonework, and there is wood. So I walked by these. There was an artist, and I hate that I don't remember his name. It's bad on me, but he had a bunch of different sort of bowls and sculptures and just different vessels made out of wood to sort of put things in. And I walked by these and saw them. And before I bought them, my cousin bought them for me. So it was one of my presents. I mean, we do that for each other. When he comes to visit, I treat him to something, and when I go to visit, he treats me to something. And so this was my treat to me, were these wooden bowls. And so I like these for a couple different reasons. I like the memory that I have associated with these because it's Cherry Creek Arts Festival, something that I used to do with my cousin all the time. Even if we didn't buy anything, which is most of the time, it's nice to go and just be together and just visit and explore and see different things and enjoy the art with our family and just hang out and eat ice cream or have lunch or whatever. And so it's always nice to do that. The other reason I like these is they're just different. I mean, I like the texture of them. I like how they look broken and unfinished, and they're not perfect. I like how this one sort of got the burl on the bottom of it, and this one is similar but different. I like that they're two different tones and they're more like brothers or cousins and not twins. I like that. The other thing I like too is they're small. And I don't have a lot of small decor items. I keep saying that, and then the more I look, I do have some. But the thing I have been trying to collect recently are smaller things because I think sometimes those are the things that get forgotten when you're sort of decorating and designing your room. You buy all the big bowls and the huge vase because you want the, that Instagram look where you have the huge vase on the table and you have the florals coming out and all of that, and you want this one big grand statement. But then some of the other things that you also need to fill in those spaces, those little things, make a difference, and I think sometimes those things get forgotten. The other thing that's nice is when you buy little stuff like this, it fits in your luggage. Like you don't have to pay to ship it back. So these things I wrapped up really well. I put the bubble wrap and the tissue wrap around them, and I carried them inside my carry-on bag so they wouldn't get broken. And so that's how I try to bring those home, because if you're finding something small, like jewelry, you can usually get those things home. You can either wear that, or you can get the box that's small enough and put it in your stuff, and it's easier to transport it that way. So those are one of the things that you should think of is just some small, either bowl or vase or box or trinket or something small. So it never is about the big thing, trying to make the impact, because I think those things are nice. But I think when you look for something small and when you see those things and you're able to sort of sit it around in different areas of the house, I think, again, it revokes those memories of, oh yeah, I remember when I bought those at Cherry Creek Arts Festival, or, whatever festival you go and celebrate. So bowls are one of the things that I would look for if I was shopping for something small on vacation, to sort of remember things and make memories of those things. And the second thing I would think about trying to find when I was either out of town or on vacation, or trying to find things that make memories, are coffee table books. And not just any coffee table book, but my best friend Jessie got married a couple years ago. I'm going to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. And they got married in Huntington Beach. He and his now wife, Erin. And it's funny, quick story. I had never met Erin. And our first conversation was her inviting me to their wedding. And, she's like, I know you don't know me, but Jesse would really like it if you could be there at the wedding. And I'm trying to surprise him, so don't let him know. And it was so sweet. And I love her to death. And that was our first sort of meeting each other, was at his wedding. And so they had their wedding in her grandparents' backyard, and it was beautiful. Like, they have this house in California, and you can stand in the backyard and in the front porch and see the ocean from there. Yeah, it's goals. Anyway, while we were there, we stayed at a hotel called the Paseo. And inside the hotel, they had this coffee table book, and it's called Finding Huntington Beach. And so inside is a bunch of different beaches or clips of Huntington Beach, just, you know, beach stuff. But I thought it would be a good sort of memory of the wedding day. So at the spa there, at the hotel that we stayed at, they had this book, and we met them there for after the spa day. They left champagne and stuff for us, and then we went out and had dinner and all of that afterwards. And so I picked this up just so that we would have those memories. And like, again, it's just something different. And again, yeah, it's a coffee table book, but to me, it means more than that because it is actually a place that I'd been. So that was nice. And it was a memory of, his wedding. Not the wedding itself, but just something that would remind me of that day. And so Jesse is someone that I've known for at least a good 15, maybe 20 years or so. So they say if you have a friend that you've known for 5 years or more, they're probably going to be your friend for life. And he is definitely one of those people. And so I picked that up. While we were also there, just trying to get some other books that sort of matched that, I picked up this Escape book. And this isn't just beaches, it's beaches, but it's also mountain retreats or different vacations or places that you can escape to and just make you feel like you're on vacation. And so I picked this up too while we were there, just to sort of, I guess, give this other book a base to sort of rest on. And so when I display these, I usually display them together on top of each other, one on top of the other, just so that it gives the smaller book a little more dimension. But yeah, so it's not just pools and beaches, but there are other sort of places you can escape to or things that you can feel like you've escaped to somewhere else. So again, the other thing that I try to look for when I'm places are coffee table books. And, not just places, not just regular coffee table books, but things that remind you of the place that you've stayed. So that's another decor item you can add in places that you've been. It is a coffee table book. I think that's another place to start. Instead of just buying random coffee table books to fill up the space, think about how you can find ones that are in places that you visit and add those to your decor as well. So the takeaway from this mostly is just to find things that you like. You don't have to get the same things that I have. It was just to give you inspiration or things to think about when you're on vacation because of course you have the memories and you have, those things and the pictures that you take and all of those things. But it is nice, I think, to look around your house and go, oh, I bought that when we were on vacation in Hawaii, or we bought that when we went to our trip in Paris, or we bought that when, we had that trip to Germany, or we bought that on our honeymoon when we went to Brussels or wherever. And so it's kind of nice to see those things around the house. You could look for something like a candlestick or like, let me grab that out of the frame real quick, but I can grab it if I don't kill myself. Little boxes like this. It's always good to have a little box where you can put things in or hide things or put your keys in or something like that, or coasters or little vases or something like that. And on 2 of my trips, I bought artwork. I bought a huge painting one year. If you've been following me for a while, you've seen my girl Ebony that used to hang in our living room or our dining room. I picked up that on a trip when we went to New Orleans. We went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras one year, and I saw that and I was like, oh, I have to have that. And every time I see that now, it reminds me of that trip. There's also a painting that I picked up one year when we went to Hawaii. And so it doesn't have to be always little things, and I do buy other things, but I try and find something that I can bring home with me to remind us of those good times. And so anything that you can do or pick up that will give you those memories, I think you do that. And it's, again, nice to have those decor items that mean a little more than I'm just trying to fill the space on the wall or the space on the coffee table, or just getting a coffee table book to sit something on, or I'm just going to buy this vase to fill it with flowers. Sure, buy that vase to fill it with flowers, or go on vacation and look for that thing in particular and say, hey, when I'm on vacation this time, I need X object. I need a pair of candlesticks. Maybe while I'm on vacation, I'm going to look for those candlesticks at one of the places that we're at, or the at the festival that we are, or if there is an antique store or an estate sale or something like that, that you can make time to visit while you're there. I think those things make better memories than just buying things to fill up a space. So think about that the next time you're on vacation. So roomies, that completes today's video. I hope this gives you some inspiration of things that you can think about purchasing while you're on vacation. And don't get me wrong, there's other things you can buy. I mean, we all buy clothes or t-shirts or whatever from the place that you go to. But if you're looking on how to fill those empty spaces, don't forget that decor that you find on vacation is just as nice as, decor you'd find anywhere else. And I also think you might be able to find something that you couldn't find somewhere else. And you also would find something, I think, again, that evokes more memories than just buying something from Home Goods or Target or one of those other places that you would just normally buy something from. So that's just another thing that you can think of when you're on vacation. Maybe make a mental note. Oh yeah, I was going to see if I could find, a coffee table book. And so, or I was looking for, something to fill in this corner. Like maybe we need a vase for this corner, or we need a small bowl to fill in this little empty spot in the vertical cabinet we have. Or I was looking for a little something just to add some sparkle to my coffee table. So maybe I'm going to look for a brass bowl or something made of glass or something like that, where you take the time to either, if there is a festival going on, like we're going to see Cherry Creek Arts Festival, we're going to do that. Excuse me. But if there is something that's going on in the area that you're in, or again, like I said, find an estate sale, or find a secondhand store or something like that. I mean, I would even go to Goodwill or something like that, because the Goodwill you have where you live is going to be completely different than the Goodwill you have when you're going on vacation. So there might be something in there that you find. And, if you're at a Goodwill or another secondhand store like that, I'm sure you'll find a great deal in some place like that. So you don't know what treasures you might find there. And if this is the kind of videos that you like, we're trying some different things. And if there's anything that you think you'd like for us to try or make a video of, please make that down in the comments, and we will take a look at those and see what we can get going for all of us. We are growing as a community, as Roomies. I like how seems to be adding more Roomies to our space every month. We just continue to grow, and I love that and appreciate that. I appreciate all the love and running into people. That's been an interesting sort of thing for me, is I've run into some of the Roomies locally when we're out and around town, and it's been nice. It's humbling in a lot of different ways when someone sort of spots you from across the room and comes up to you and say, hey, I follow your channel, and you're the guy with the mohawk, or you're the decorate with me guy, or that sort of thing. And so it's nice, and I appreciate the love, and just continue to do that. I'm very open to saying hi and enjoy that part of it. My daughter gets the big thrill out of it, because we're famous. I'm like, no, we're not famous. But she thinks it's cute that I get that attention when we're out. And so continue to do so. And again, I love and appreciate that. And If you haven't subscribed, please take the time to do that and like this video because it does help the channel. It does let me know what types of things you'd like to see, and we can create more videos like that. And as always, I look forward to creating with you. Thanks so much.